When was the moment that you thought, well, we have it now? Do you...
I suppose that was probably, I don't know, maybe like April last year. Oh, what you mean, like the whole album?
Yeah, that you felt that you had a whole body of work that could...
Yeah, I think probably last year in maybe March.
Yeah, when did we write?
No,
Starting
actually
Block?
no, it's October last year.
Yeah, we wrote most of the album sort of at the beginning of last year, and then we needed that last track, and it took about 9 months, didn't it, till we literally found something we thought, oh, that works, and that's when we wrote loads of other songs. But one that kind of fitted in took a long time to get the last one to, so it's, you know, so the album has some balance and it has a nice flow to it. It's
Which
difficult.
one is that? What did you...
The last one was Starting Block, wasn't it? And Blow. Which was
which was, and the Blow actually comes after Starting Block, so it's kind of fitting in a way. But yeah, I mean, at the same time we were still mixing the other tracks, so it wasn't like we had to wait for this time. There's always things you can tweak on a track.
Yeah. Is it something that you had to learn when a thing is finished?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm probably a bit better than Luca, but
yeah, I'm a real pain in the arse because I keep having to change things, and then never, you know, thought, oh, I'm not happy with this, and maybe the album was done, you know, the beginning of last year, and I was like, no, so who knows? It might have been a better album then, but I kept carrying on and looking for that magic track.
Do you have the feeling now that you found a pace, working-wise, that suits the way you live very well?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Or a productive mode that you think you can maintain?
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally, I'm just not gonna. I think we're gonna start on working on the next bit in January. I think just gonna have a break from the studio, definitely, just to refresh, and you know, because you know, sometimes you can feel like you're going a bit stale. Well, certainly I kind of felt that a bit. So yeah, maybe just a few weeks off and then back in there, and we've got quite a few songs that, you know, we started like we said last year, and it'd be nice to start finishing those off, or even incorporate them into the live performance, try them out, see you know, it's probably a good way of testing the water.
Because there's a lot of things changed over the last couple of months for you?
Yeah, now suddenly we've got things to do outside making music, which is a bit annoying, because that's the best bit. But you've got to get out there and you've got to promote it, you know. You've got to talk into cameras and,
annoying
you
guys
know,
asking questions.
and just talk about yourself, which is kind of strange, you know.
It is.
It is a bit weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's certainly got busier.
And then there's going to be lots of gigs, you know. This is our second gig here with Paradiso, and we've really got to kind of try and make the live show work, because it's only 2 of us on stage, and so that's going to be a learning thing, and that's going to be the next few months now. Really try and make it work live.
Last 2 questions then. One for you. Do you feel that with now creating this music that you found your joy maybe back in music instead of?
Oh no, I don't think.
Or never lost it?
I never lost my. Oh. No, I mean, I've been doing music since I was about 6, and I always have done. Yeah, no, I never.
But is there something special about this record that you feel that is?
I think it's just for me. It's just definitely a goal that I wanted to do was to finish an album, a body of work. I think it's one of the hardest things is finishing tracks. Well, I find it hard. It's I've written loads of beats and loops and still sitting on my hard drive that have not finished.
Why is it hard?
Probably because if you're doing it yourself, sometimes that you're too self-critical. And I think for this one it was a bit better because, you know, there's another person there who can say, well, let's try this out, or you can bounce a bit more ideas. So I think for me, definitely that.
But it's also the fear of finishing something, or that it
wasn't a fear. I was just I think trying maybe too hard, or just giving up perhaps. You know, when I should have maybe persevered. But this one, you know, it was just good. And funny enough, once you start finishing tracks, it becomes easier, I think. You know, once you've done, you know, you start counting them down, and you're like, oh right, we've actually done 6 tracks. You know, we only need 3 more, you know, to finish an album or whatever, you know, whatever. So
it's bloody hard.
And is there one reaction maybe that an ex-girlfriend had, or if you that on one of your lines that really touched somebody?
Oh, I did play some songs to my ex-girlfriend and she cried, and that made me feel really bad. Because now I think, God, you know, I'm going to sort of have to go out there and do this stuff that when she hears it, it makes her really sad. So, yeah, kind of weird, but what can you do? You can only write what you feel, can't you?
You can.
So, but yeah, she did, she liked it, but she, yeah, maybe was a bit too honest. I don't know. It's not very heavy lyrics or anything, you know, but for her, she found it a bit tough to listen to. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
It worked.
Thank you very much for your time.
Dank je wel.
Thank you, Lucas.